Right now, while you're watching this video, there is a window of opportunity on YouTube that most creators are completely ignoring. Not because it's hidden, not because it's complicated, but because nobody is talking about it in a way that makes the size of the opportunity obvious. By the end of this video, you're going to see exactly what it is, why it's so significant right now in 2025, and specifically what you need to do to take advantage of it before the window closes. I'm Stickman Matt. Main channel Matt spotted this pattern about 4 months ago while looking at channel analytics across a bunch of different niches. He called me immediately, which is unusual because normally he just sends a voice note, and said this is the kind of thing that creates 5-year advantages for creators who act on it early. Here's the opportunity. YouTube is actively expanding its recommendation surface for mid-sized educational channels in a way it hasn't done in the last 3 years. And the channels that are positioned correctly to benefit from this expansion are seeing their browse and suggested traffic increase dramatically without any change to their posting frequency, their production quality, or their paid promotion. The algorithm is doing it for them. Let me explain exactly what's happening and why. YouTube has been investing heavily in what it calls satisfying content journeys, which is internal language for the experience of a viewer finding one video they love and then being naturally guided through a sequence of related content that keeps them on the platform for an extended session. YouTube's internal metrics reward sessions, not just individual video views. And the channels that are winning in this environment are not necessarily the ones with the most views per video. They're the ones with the best content continuity, meaning videos that naturally lead into other videos and create a watching pattern that's hard to stop. Here's what that means practically. If you have a channel with 10 to 30 videos that cover related angles of the same topic, and those videos are well structured with strong hooks that reference what viewers might want to know next, YouTube's recommendation engine will start to chain them together in the suggested and up next feeds. One viewer comes in on one video and ends up watching 3, 4, sometimes 6 of your videos in a single session. YouTube sees that session as extremely valuable and starts pushing your channel more broadly as a result. Most creators are not building for this. They're building individual videos that are each optimized as standalone pieces of content. The title, the description, the content itself, all designed to perform as a single unit. And those videos do fine in search, but they don't benefit from the session multiplier effect that YouTube is rewarding right now. The specific action steps are these. First, audit your existing content and identify your 3 to 5 most watched videos. These are your entry points, the content that YouTube is already using to introduce new viewers to your channel. Second, for each of those entry point videos, make sure you have 2 or 3 follow-on videos that naturally continue the topic. If a viewer finishes your video about why faceless channels plateau and wants more, is there an obvious next video for them? If not, make it. Third, your end screens and cards should always direct viewers to the most logically connected piece of content, not your most recent upload. Most creators default to promoting their latest video, but your latest video might have nothing to do with why someone came to your channel in the first place. The fourth step is the one that will actually separate the creators who benefit from this opportunity from those who don't. Start thinking about your channel as a curriculum, not a content calendar. A curriculum has a logical progression. It builds on itself. It creates a reason for viewers to keep going deeper. A content calendar is just a schedule for publishing things that feel timely. One creates retention, the other creates a one-time visit. VidAI is genuinely useful here for mapping out what content threads your audience is most likely to follow. You can research what people who watch your top videos tend to search for next and build content that intercepts those searches while also serving as the natural follow-on to what they just watched. That dual-purpose content is what the algorithm currently rewards most. The window for this is real but not permanent. As more creators figure this out and start building with session continuity in mind, the competition for the algorithm's recommendation engine will increase and the advantage will compress. The time to build your content architecture for this is now, not in 6 months when everyone else is already doing it. Now, if you want to discover how I run faceless channels like this and make them into a full business, check out this video next to me, which is a full free course for doing it. I go over the new way of running faceless channels right now on YouTube. See you there. What does your channel's content architecture look like right now? Is it a curriculum or a content calendar? Tell me in the comments. I'm genuinely curious where people are.